Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message. It's intended for whoever needs it. Please take the messages that resonate with you in your particular situation and drop the ones that do not. Why do I feel like my music is excessively loud? Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't even hear myself think for a moment. I don't even know where I left off, but yeah. Please make sure that you like this video and you subscribe if you have not done so already. I would greatly appreciate it. It does help the channel a lot. So yeah, let's get into this message. This one isn't going to be a long one today. Universe. What is going on in the energy? And what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? So while I was picking up before I hit record, I don't know if some of you are planning a trip, maybe to go visit someone, or someone's planning a trip to come visit you. This could be like a friend or a family member that you haven't seen in a long time. I was just feeling this energy of like camaraderie and like being like really excited and feeling at home. But it could also be a good time to connect with people that you might have not connected with in a while, especially the ones that you think fondly of. I don't think that this is somebody from your past that you don't want to deal with coming back in. I do feel like this is just someone where there's just been some distance, right? Where life has placed some distance between y'all. I think it would be good for both of you. Universe. What's going on in the energy? What's the tea? What's the tea? Is the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So somebody here does not like the fact that you have received some authority here. I mean, we have the Emperor here giving the Fool his crown. Is this somebody stepping into some kind of new role? Meanwhile, I feel like you were like, all right, well, this was just given to me, like I earned this, and somebody here is trying to, like, overtake you with the Seven of Wands. They're trying to infiltrate your kingdom in some kind of way. Like, you could even be, wow, this is giving me the energy of, like, you know how, like, back in the day, or I don't know if they still do this, I know nothing about royalty, but, you know, when they, like, I don't want to say they knight someone, but like when they give somebody like duke status, like somebody here could have probably became like a duke. Like it's that kind of vibe. It's that kind of energy. And somebody here is trying to storm your castle to take away something that was given to you. You were selected for this role. Queen of Pentacles reversed at the bottom. Oh, actually, that was the stuff that fell out too. Nine of Wands reversed, Death reversed, Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So somebody here doesn't want something to be over. Maybe what was given to you was taken away from somebody else and they're pretty upset. Maybe because they didn't put in the work to earn it or to value it. Somebody here did not value something. It could have definitely been taken away and given to you. Like, for example, this could even be like someplace at work. Like maybe somebody got demoted and you got promoted. And somebody here is pissed. Well, maybe they weren't doing a good job. Somebody here does not want to embrace the change. And maybe even you yourself, like maybe you didn't see this coming. Whatever this new role is that you're playing. Whatever new role that you have just stepped into, even you're like, you know, I'm still trying to figure it out, but it was given to you for a reason. The work that you have done up until this point has shown that you are worthy of this position. Somebody here doesn't like the fact, maybe that they have to answer to you now, or maybe that's what they feel like. They feel like you have some kind of what is that word? I don't want to say it wrong. You know, superiority or whatever it is over you. over them. This has to do with some kind of inheritance. It has to do with the long term. This is all part of the long-term plan here. I don't like this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is strong Capricorn energy. Strong Taurus energy as well. Somebody here is extremely ungrateful. Extremely needy, a little bit codependent. I know I say that all the time with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, but this is somebody here who lacks follow-through, lacks kindness, lacks nurturing. There's somebody here who's not grounded at all over the place. This is somebody here who has lost sight of the bigger picture. So, like, say, for example, this is work, right? This is somebody here who is not taking into the account the whole business, right? They're not looking at the whole big picture. They're only focused about themselves. Somebody could have even been trying to create some kind of unnecessary roadblocks here, or creating extra problems for you to solve now that you stepped into this role. Somebody is definitely trying to make it a little bit more difficult than what it has to be. It's like they're resisting this change that you're going through. They don't want to accept it, they don't want to believe it, and they definitely don't want to work with it, with this Three of Pentacles reversed. But something here about your heart, like, you're not going to let this rob you of your heart, because you know that it's not anything that you have personally done. It's nothing against you. It's more about the other person that's trying to, storm your castle. Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Devil reversed. I don't know, it's giving the energy. I don't know if, like, the roles have flipped and the roles have reversed in some kind of situation here. I don't know, somebody doesn't like the fact that they don't have control over you, that they can no longer manipulate something, or that they've been caught. Somebody here definitely is not putting in any work, not putting in any effort. Maybe that's why the position got taken away from them. They didn't take something serious. They didn't take it serious. Five of Cups. You have the Five of Cups, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the Two of Wands. It's interesting. It's like somebody was trying to stop this evolution that you were going through. They were trying to instill some kind of fear in you. They also wanted you chasing something. Maybe this person wanted you chasing them, like you needed their approval. But in all actuality, you didn't. Because the Emperor outranks the queens and the kings. Let's just keep that real. They do. I don't know. It's given the energy of, like, somebody who is, like, really pissed off, extremely emotional with that Queen of Swords reverse. Somebody here who's willing to twist the truth, lie, could even fabricate things. I don't know. Like, if this is, I don't know why I'm getting strong work energy, but take it however it resonates for your situation when I give these examples. This could be somebody here who, like, alters their timesheet or their time card, and then gets pissed off when they get caught. I don't know, somebody was also trying to be like a thorn in your side, wanting to instill some kind of fear, wanting you to, again, with that Devil reverse, it's like somebody wanted you to believe that you needed to go through them, that you needed their approval. This is also somebody here, especially with this Five of Cups and Nine of Wands, like, this is somebody who will only do things if there's a benefit for them. So that's why they play that game, like, they play that, I want to say that mean girl, mean guy type of thing, like making you fight for their attention, right? In order for you to get in line. Like you have to follow their rules. The Magician. But you don't need to follow anybody's rules, because you have all the tools necessary in order to create what it is that you want to create, the life that you want. And you already know that a higher power, somebody here who outranks this individual, has given you the authority, has given you the green light to wear your crown. This could even be, for example, like somebody that you know, maybe an enemy that was in your camp at some point, doesn't like to see you succeeding better than them. Like, for example, like maybe some of y'all bought a new house or have moved into a new place, and somebody here is very jealous and upset because they can't get that, and it makes them look less than you because you're living in a better place than they are. This is definitely somebody here who is not very supportive of other people. They're more competitive than they are supportive. This could even been somebody here who's even been creating some kind of reports, maybe to get you like evicted from where you live, to get you fired because they don't like the fact that you hold a higher position than them. This is definitely somebody here who is extremely highly focused on titles. They're not focused on the nobility of it. They're not focused on living it. They just want the title. Maybe this is somebody here who has taken a few hits in their life, right? Maybe they've had to readjust their own situation here. And maybe they're not happy about, where they're at in life. I also don't feel like they're taking any active steps to better themselves. But yet they're jealous and envious at you because maybe, you're starting to do better. You're on the up and up. The King of Swords. There is truth. There is justice. Strong Libra energy here. Could be dealing with an Aquarius as well. I do have Scorpio here with that Death card. And Gemini Virgo here with this Magician. And the Star. So your prayers are being answered. Something here is being rectified. Assistance is coming in. There is definitely somebody here on the outside who sees the truth. You've definitely been dealing with somebody here whose feminine side has been really hurt. I don't want to quickly call them a karmic feminine, but they're definitely acting like one. This is definitely somebody here who has no problem being the villain in your story. But yet maybe that, because look, even with the Seven of Wands, right, this person is trying to storm your castle with support of other people. So this could even be like somebody here who's been trying to they're not working alone, which tells me that the people that they're working with only are so stupid that they only believe one side of the story. People who are so quick to judge. Either way, your prayers are being answered, your dreams are coming true, the ones that you've manifested. Justice is coming in. Somebody was trying to stop you from moving forward by trying to instill some kind of fear, to make it feel like you needed their approval or that you needed them around. I feel like you definitely disconnected from someone. Maybe you cut a cord, you cut an attachment. Maybe you're just completely shutting this person out and ignoring them. You're not giving them anything anymore. Maybe they pushed you away for the last time, right? This person who pushes you away, but yet they want you to chase them because they have this elevated sense of that they're the best around. I don't think that they are. Definitely someone here highly moody, highly emotional, not grounded, all over the place. They wanted you disconnected from your faith, because we do have the Hierophant hanging out here in the back. This could also tell me somebody here did not want you to leave your safe space. They didn't want you to venture out. They wanted you to just stay where you were. They wanted you confined. Universe, tell us more. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. The Knight of Cups reversed. The Page of Pentacles. The King of Swords is here again. The Seven of Swords reversed. And the Page of Wands. Now, you definitely walked away from someone, from some kind of situation, from an old version of yourself, one where you were not happy. You decided to chase your dreams, to follow your heart's joy. Going where you are accepted here with this Four of Wands. I feel like whoever or whatever you were dealing with did not want you to feel comfortable being yourself. So they were doing things, creating all of these roadblocks and obstacles, so that way you would tailor yourself, adjust yourself to their liking, is really what this is giving. You avoided some kind of deceit here. This is definitely an individual who, like, smiles in your face, acts like they want the best for you type of energy. Oh, I only want the best for you. But it doesn't match up with what they tell everybody else. It doesn't match up with their actions, because if somebody really wanted the best for you, why wouldn't they just support you? Why wouldn't they listen? The Queen of Swords in the reverse is definitely somebody here who doesn't listen. They don't want what's best for you. They wanted what was best for them. Either way, you're receiving some kind of offer here with this Page of Pentacles. You're receiving your worth because you value yourself more than what you did before. It's like this whole energy of no longer deciding to people please and make other people happy, but instead embracing the role that you have been given, right? You were the one that was selected to do whatever it is that you are doing, to be whoever it is that you are. I don't know, there's only so many times somebody can say that, you know, they care about you and they only want what's best for you, but yeah, ignore what it is that you actually say that you need, right? And people who act unsupportive, but instead, you know, they act like they're not happy for you because their actions speak louder than words. And somebody's actions here do not line up with their words. And you can see clearly how miserable they are with their own life, but yet they want to project that onto you because it makes them feel better to keep you stuck because they're also stuck, right? Because they like, you know, misery likes company. I'm quite frankly sick of these type of people and these type of readings. I would love to do a sunshine and rainbows type of reading. I mean, there is going to be sunshine and rainbows because you finally decided to fully disconnect from this individual, whoever they may be. Realizing that it's not worth it. And it doesn't matter how long you've known them. It doesn't matter how much love you may have had for this person until you realize that that love is not reciprocated, that support is not reciprocated. Somebody here has really been working behind the scenes to try and sabotage you. Trying to stop you from receiving some kind of news, some kind of offer, some kind of blessing. They don't want you to be happy, successful, and blessed. They don't want that. There could definitely be somebody here on the outside as well with this King of Swords who maybe has some kind of information, some kind of evidence here that's going to be putting somebody in their place. Because I feel like whatever somebody has done to try and stop you, I think they took it too far. They took it to too many extremes. And there is some kind of correction here. I mean, He is holding the scales of justice right in his hand. Something here is definitely being corrected, being realigned, because it was rightfully yours to begin with. This is somebody here who ran away from you. Because we have this angel running away from the High Priestess. This person ran away from you. Maybe because they were too afraid of your power, too afraid of what it is that you bring, too afraid of your divinity. Meanwhile, you were supposed to be a blessing in this person's life. You could have actually helped them get to where they wanted to go, not just by being an example, but if they would ask, you would have supported. You would have given them the answer. You would have helped them accomplish that, because that's just who you are. Somebody mistook your kindness for weakness as well. And maybe they even thought that you were a little bit naive, because you kept, I'm getting this energy of keeping on forgiving someone. But just because we forgive someone doesn't necessarily mean we need to allow them back in. And I feel like that's the point we are at right now, where you're like, you know what? How many times am I going to continue to allow this to happen to me? I keep forgiving them, but they never change. So you know what? The change needs to be me. And even if that means you need to be the villain in somebody else's story. I mean, they already are obviously making you out to be the villain anyway, because they're having people team up against you, people that you probably don't even know. Why? To stop you from having your 10 of Pentacles? From stopping you from hitting your goal? Stopping you from having something prosperous and long term? They didn't want you to be able to build. They didn't want you to be happy. They didn't want you to be stable. They didn't want you to have a happy life. They didn't want you to have love and romance. Well, love, romance, and money. They didn't want you to have any of it. Maybe because this person's whole life is falling apart. I don't know what this person's vendetta is against you. Maybe they feel like you don't deserve something because the color of your skin, or your sexuality, or your gender. I mean, it's 2025, people. Like, get off your high horses. That could be the case for some of you as well. But either way, you decided to bravely take action here, even though when love was not given, when love was not reciprocated, you did not allow that to stop you. You did not allow that to deter you. Even though you might have felt alone. You know, and something here about, like, maybe you also decided to just stop proving yourself to people who already had their mind made up about you, because obviously they're not going to change. And maybe you realize, you know what, hey, the problem isn't me. It's not me. Sometimes, hi, they are the problem. King of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands reversed, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Tower reversed, and the Five of Pentacles. What's happening here is there could even be a water sign. Strong Cancer energy here, strong Sagittarius as well, who's losing everything. Everything that they've built is coming crumbling down. And I feel like they're trying their best to try and avoid it by trying to pass it on to you, right? Because you're the magician. You have the power to alchemize energy. And maybe that's why some people who like this, you know, they try to discredit your positioning, your divinity, your anointing, your power. They discredit it. They act like it's not real. They act like it's fake, but yet they attach themselves to it because they know that you will alchemize their energy, that you will take it on, you know, with sympathy, by, oh, that's my family, that's my friend, that's my whatever. So They're going through a tough time. They're going through a difficult time. I need to send them love, right? Because they know that you have a strong mind and that you can manifest whatever it is that you think of. It's all about your point of view and your perception, and they know that. So that's why they have the perception focused on them, your perception focused on them, as opposed to having your perception focused on you. Because if you were to focus on you, you're going to make your dreams come true. There are people who want a piece of a heart, but we have to wonder why. What are their hidden motives? What are their hidden intentions? Right? They want you disconnected to make it feel like, why am I not going anywhere? Why does God not love me? And sometimes God in the universe is like, we do love you. But the problem is that you're giving your energy to the wrong people who don't deserve it. So we're not going to give you more than what you have now, because we know that you're just going to share it with the people who are not meant to have it in the first place. Because if those people want it, then they need to get their own connection to the source. Plain and simple. Universe. Actually, I haven't shuffled these yet. Universe. What's the tea? Any additional messages here? Somebody could have even gone as far as to even doing something illegally against you or trying to pin something on you. I mean, this King of Swords could definitely represent somebody here in the legal system somehow. He's definitely armed with the facts and the information, and he has the power to make a decision, to make a verdict. Somebody here is now looking you up. They want to see what it is that you're up to, trying to figure you out, trying to get some kind of information. Girl fight, legal issues, and an obsessive lover. This doesn't even have to be a lover, right? This could just be an obsessive friend, an obsessive ex, an obsessive friend, or definitely someone that you don't associate with anymore. Somebody here wants to cause a fight. They want to cause an argument. They're trying to, I don't know, they're trying to study you, figure out maybe where you're at, so that way they can confront you somewhere. Be very careful with what you share online about where you're going. For those of you that even have social media, I don't. All I have is this and my TikTok, and I don't even post on TikTok. Not frequently, because my videos tend to be longer than an hour, so what's the point? They don't take them. But somebody here could definitely be being put into some kind of legal issues. A decision here is now being made because of their obsessiveness, by trying to instigate fights with you, for being at war with you. But you were already selected the victor here, because in this deck, I'm using the Mythic Tarot, the original one from 1987. You have been chosen. You are the chosen fighter. You are the chosen representative. You were chosen for this role, for this position here. That's why you were given the crown to begin with, even though you felt like it could have been heavy, and you felt like maybe you weren't worth it. But the truth is, people around you were trying to make you feel like you were unworth it, right? And maybe they were trying to get you out of character by instigating these arguments and these fights here to keep your vibration low, to keep you questioning things. This is definitely somebody who is very dangerously toxic, unhealthy, very possessive. There are family members who can be possessive, friends who can be possessive, even, co-workers and bosses that can be obsessive and very possessive. Somebody here who wants attention. They say anything, they do anything, they make shit up, over dramatic. That's why they're able to get people to be on their side. But what happens when you stop fighting back? Right? Because the High Priestess is somebody who is very silent. Maybe you're very silent at this time. I want to know why those people only... I want to know. I have this question out there. When you hear someone talk about somebody else, do you automatically fall for it, or do you try to get the other side of the story as well? Because when people tell their side of the story, they usually only tell the parts that paint themselves to be the best. Very rarely will you find somebody who tells the truth. Oh, that's why. Love triangle. And marrying for money. This is somebody here who only gets into relationships for the benefits. This could even be somebody who's been cyberbullying you online, creating fake accounts, trying to look you up. Maybe you have them blocked, so you're like, you know what, let me go steal my friend's photo and act like I'm them, or just steal a random person's photo online and act like I'm them and bully you. And now somebody's wondering why they're receiving bad karma? They're trying to blame you for their bad karma. Oh, well, if I never attacked the collective, then I wouldn't have this bad karma that they're sending me. Like, no, bitch, you're getting the bad karma because you attacked the collective who didn't do anything to you. Somebody is trying to make a narrative fit about you that's false. They want so badly for how they feel about you to be true, but I honestly feel like at the end of the day, this person's only fighting with themselves, and I feel like you saw that clearly, and if you don't, now you know. This person's really only fighting with themselves about how they really feel about themselves, but they like to project it onto innocent, kind-hearted people. Universe, tell us more. Bad habits, a drama starter, who doesn't like the fact that they're being ignored, romantic love affair, wasting time. This is somebody here who keeps people in love triangles, and it doesn't have to be romantic love triangles. This could even be somebody here who's even still hanging out with one of your enemies, so they send somebody else your way. Maybe an acquaintance that you once knew, but you don't even know that this person's really on that other person's side. I don't know, somebody here trying to offer you, like, sweet nothings, romantic love affair. Somebody here who wants to keep you as a secret. Like, this could be a family member here who, I don't know, maybe when they're around their friends and other people, they're like, yeah, I don't deal with them. You know, I don't know, kind of like an older sibling who's like, yeah, I don't really deal with them. You know, my sibling is weird, or my cousin is weird, but yeah, they're texting you like, hey, do you want to hang out? Hey, do you need anything? Hey, could you help me out with this? Somebody who just wants to waste people's time. They keep a secret, and then they keep you as a secret. Like, make all of this make sense. Somebody here could be at the verge of losing their car. A car being repossessed, car being taken away, having car issues. Meanwhile, we have a boss daddy or boss mommy. Somebody here who's stable, rich, business owner, CEO, big dick energy. Love on the brain, that's why. Somebody here who just lives in hyper fantasy because they marry for money. This is somebody here who falls. They fall for their own schemes and they fall for their own traps. And I feel like it's funny too, the people that they have teaming up against you are probably only using them too. You know, birds of a feather tend to flock together. You are the company that you keep. Definitely carless. You have been reflecting. Somebody here wants to make some kind of a dirty offer now. Maybe to clear up their bad reputation. But this person's always partying. They have bad habits. This person's overly excessive. Maybe somebody who drinks too much. They smoke too much. I don't know what people smoke nowadays. I'm trying to give up cigarettes myself. Somebody here who wastes time. They're wasting their own time. They don't do anything out of heart. They do things for money, or for resources, or for physical things. You're moving in silence right now, and you're stepping into your power, and this really pisses somebody else off because you're not around them and you won't let them in. So that's why they're talking shit. You know what? Let these people talk shit. Let them talk shit. And since they like to talk shit so much, they can lick your ass, right? I'm gonna keep it real. They can lick your ass since they have all this shit coming out of their mouth. They want a job so bad, you know what? It's time for you to hire a personal bidet. You know, they don't like it when you start treating them how they actually feel about themselves. And do not let anyone else ever try to define you. Universe, please tell us more. A sex shop. This is somebody who could be plagued with sex demons. Somebody here who's always in their feelings and try to find some kind of quick escape. The police is definitely around the corner. They're definitely keeping tabs and eyes on this person. Maybe because their whole life is falling apart. Maybe because they're going through a divorce. Their own partner is leaving them. Their own partner wants nothing to do with them. Their own family wants nothing to do with them. I wonder why. I wonder why. We have somebody who's unsupportive, very needy, wants a handout, doesn't care, thinks that they're doing what is best for everybody involved, but they don't even know what's best for themselves. Bad choices. This is somebody here who could definitely be living a secret life. I don't know, with all these bad habits and sex shop, I don't know, it's given orgies. It's giving trash. Listen, you people can live however they want to live their life, but that's not a life for me. I never found that appealing, and I still don't, and that's one thing I hate about the gay community. I said it. It's one thing I can't stand about it. Somebody who could be highly depressed, because, obviously they marry for money, they're not marrying for love. And then they're wondering why nobody wants to support them because you don't support people. You don't reciprocate the energy that you're always asked for. And then they go into this deep wave of depression like nobody cares about me because they want a handout. They want a sob story because they're envious of where people are going because not everybody marries for money. Not everybody gets into relationships for resources. Not everybody's into the same lifestyle as you. Drama starter. This is somebody here who just likes to start drama. The game is over. The game is over. Keeping a promise and caught. Somebody got caught trying to keep a promise? What's that promise? Uncovering evidence. What is the promise? And we have legal issues. Universe, what is the promise? A situation's about to explode? Somebody here is investigating? Why is somebody investigating? Maybe because somebody here committed some kind of a crime? And they were trying to have you take the blame, take the fall for it? That's why they were setting you up. That's why they're looking you up, to set you up. Somebody are trying to set you up. Because you stopped supporting them. But they never said, wow. A situation's about to explode here. Shit's about to go down. Somebody's envy and drama is about to be on full display. There is definitely evidence here of how far somebody went to rob you of your life, of your destiny. trying to stop you, trying to be your own worst enemy. This could even be somebody here who would purposely start fights with you, right? Maybe in open places or wherever where there would be cameras, right? So that way they would have the evidence of you being crazy. Very calculated, right? 'Cause that's what that Seven of Swords energy is. Somebody who's very calculated. But whoever's doing this investigation is not somebody here who's very easily fooled. They obviously see right through this person. Somebody here definitely has anger management because they're a hater. And this is somebody here wanting to make a false apology because they know the record is about to be set straight and they're about to be thrown into the trash. They're about to be thrown away, locked up. Somebody who can definitely even be locked up or be being locked up. Somebody who is extremely promiscuous. This could be a whole group of like sex demons. I don't know, like maybe you were dating someone. I don't know. And I don't know, maybe you got a hint that this person wasn't good for you and you left them. So now they got their whole group, you know, to come after you. If a groupie caught and keeping that promise, keeping a promise that they would be able to get, I don't know, this is weird. This is so weird. It's like, I don't know, maybe you rejected somebody that you knew only wanted to marry for money, or this could even be like I said, one of your friends or one of your family members here that married for money, but yet they have a secret sex life where they engage, obviously, with a whole bunch of other people. Maybe that's the people that they have going up against you. I mean, everybody is on drugs, apparently. They're on something. Maybe because you wouldn't be involved, you wouldn't submit. I don't know. This is, or you wouldn't be able to be put under somebody else's control. Somebody here is definitely fishing for comments. They're a spiritual hater. They hate on your spirituality. This could even be somebody who's like, oh yeah, collective acts like they're so much better than me because they judge me for my lifestyle. They judge me. And maybe you were just like, no, you know what? That's not for me. You do you. Have fun. Go with God. Somebody wanted you to check yourself. You know who you are. They wanted you doubting yourself. Now they're running away. And good luck trying to run. Good luck trying to run. Doesn't matter where you run, they will find you. I mean, look at those escaped inmates. They found them. It may have taken a little bit, but they found them. As somebody who is extremely toxic, and they wear it as a badge of armor. Look at that cologne bottle or perfume bottle. They want you to check yourself. I mean, come on. People do understand that when you take drugs, right, it rewires, you know, your brain pathways. They do know that, or maybe they don't. Obviously, they don't. They're obviously not using their full brain, their full mind. It's been altered. And I'm not coming for the people who smoke weed with this, you know, who have discipline. I'm talking about the people who feel like they need to have something in order to just exist. Because obviously, they married for money. They're not happy. They don't do anything out of their heart. Maybe they don't even remember what it's like to even have one. I don't know. I'm done making excuses for these people. And you know what? That's a part of the journey. Everyone has to walk their own journey. Universe, tell us more. Childhood trauma. Entitled and doesn't understand no. Can't move on. Somebody here who lives in the past. They can't move on. They can't embrace change. I don't know. It's given Peter Pan syndrome. Facade. Excuse me. Wearing a mask. Somebody here who exaggerates. Caught a case. Breaking laws. Legal issues. Because they're stuck in the past. Repeating patterns, repeating behavior. could even be somebody who maybe they did this before in the past when they were younger. And they were doing so good, or they appeared to do so good, but what they actually did was they got better at covering it up. And something about you and your boundaries and not letting things slide and sticking up for yourself, which is, I don't think anybody ever imagined that coming. You actually fighting and sticking up for yourself. And finally saying, you know what? You may have everybody else fooled that you may have changed, but you did not change. And that unraveled this person. Laziness, no follow through. Makes a lot of promises. There's that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Makes a lot of promises, but never follows through. And then gets mad when you try to hold them accountable for being unsupportive. And then they act like, but I love you, I want you to succeed. Then why do you do things to stop? Or to try and block somebody from going? Fake flexing. Somebody who fake flexes, only cares about appearances, lives beyond their means. This could be an aunt of yours, or an aunt is involved somehow, or somebody's aunt's involved. I don't know, this is creepy already now with this aunt and this swingers. Somebody here could be poly in an open relationship, or they could have married for money to be in a lavender relationship. Maybe their own partner, the one that they're divorcing, maybe now has just found out that, oh wow, this person likes to sleep with the same sex, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, if you're being dishonest about it, why get into a relationship just for the money, just for the resources, just for the appearance? That you're what, living a perfect life? Define perfect for me. Somebody, please define perfect for me. What is a perfect life? Because I can guarantee you, each and every single person can define their perfect life differently than everybody else. Because we are all individuals. We are all different. Different things make us tick. And I'm so sick of people trying to follow society's expectations. That fear causes people to make bad decisions. So, a hobosexual, somebody who uses a people for a place to stay, gossip and rumors. With this energy, it's even given like somebody here who uses people just for what they have, just in the moment, just for convenience. Secrets are coming to light. Somebody is going to be sentenced. Somebody here has to do some time. Oh, they liked having all this crazy sex. I mean, from what I hear about these people, because I follow people on YouTube and TikTok who have told their stories about prison, I'm sure they're going to have fun. It's everything that they want, right? Somebody here is a fake. They're a copycat. They blend in. So this person even gone as far as to try and curse, hex you, send you the evil eye, voodoo, hoodoo, negative projection, psychological warfare. They definitely underestimated your protection. And they may have thought that they may have gotten away with it. Somebody who is codependent, they want a handout. Sentence. Somebody here is going to be sentenced for being extra, being overdramatic, for trying too hard to keep up with some kind of fake lifestyle. Again, codependent. Don't worry. You did the right thing. Things are definitely going to be looking up for you. You're receiving brand new offers. I don't want to get these decks confused. We're going to get ready to close this out because I'm supposed to be going out tonight. It's been a hot minute since I've went out. I'm not doing anything too crazy, just going to a drag show. It's been a hot minute. But things are going to be going your way. You walked away. You're headed towards happiness. You're headed towards wish fulfillment. You're going to be receiving news. Definitely some kind of blessing here that is coming your way. It can't be stopped. No matter how far this person may have wanted to stop this, they only created their own downfall. You know, them trying to set you up to take the blame, to take the fall for their own shenanigans, only got them exposed. That's what happens when you make somebody a villain. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. Thank you. We have power. I am strong, I am grounded, I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to get revenge. You don't have to go after this person. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is be. Just be yourself. And do not allow somebody to bring you out of character. Because the moment that you are yourself, unapologetically, authentically you, people will see that. People will notice that. And that's where your power comes from. They didn't want you stepping into your power. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective, please. Universe, thank you. Personal transformation number 35. You know, I always make myself a fresh cup of coffee when I start these readings, and then I forget that I have the coffee. And then it's always cold. Whatever. Personal transformation. Your soul is assisting you with creating changes to align you with your life's purpose. Ganesha is pointing to the heavens and encouraging you to be open to new ideas and the growth of your spirit. Listen to the still small voice within. You may have been feeling a strong desire to obtain or experience again a sense of meaning, inspiration, or purpose in your life. This is likely a time in which you are making some significant adjustments in your life. These adjustments are helping you in the process of changing yourself from the old you to the new you, and you will soon benefit from a fresh perspective on life. You are in a great place now for honoring the person who you truly are or want to be, rather than simply following a routine that has little meaning to you. This is a profound spiritual journey that you are experiencing, which brings greater meaning and purpose into your life. This will renew your inner energy. Eliminate everything in your life that is not essential to your transformation. Realize that some of your activities may be in place to act as buffers or distractions from what is truly important. Allow the changes that are taking place and trust that a period of greater calm and stability will follow. Ganesha is calling you to your destiny. Your calls for guidance have not gone unnoticed, and you will ultimately find what you are yearning for. And that is what I have for y'all tonight. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.